Rental market in York. Student and professional tenant base. Right, let's talk York. Not the biggest city, not the flashiest, but trust me, this place has a rental market that's quietly buzzing behind those medieval walls. If you're working in lettings or investing in property here, you've got two major camps of tenants, students and professionals, each with their quirks, demands, and opportunities. Let's dig into it. Students in York, not just freshers with pot noodles. If you've ever done a viewing near Heslington during Freshers Week, you know. Students make up a hefty chunk of the rental market thanks to two major unis, the University of York and York St. John. We're talking around 22,000 students in total. So yeah, demand is intense. Now here's the twist. Most landlords think they can just chuck in a few IKEA beds, slap on some gray paint, and call it a day. Nope. Today's students want more. Double beds, high-speed broadband, like 500 megabits per second, or they'll riot, and actual desk space. Oh, and they're surprisingly picky about water pressure. Who knew? There's a golden window for this market, late spring to midsummer. That's when students are locking in for September. Miss it? Good luck. Honestly, I had a 5-bed on Hull Road go in 48 hours last May. 2 viewings, both groups offering over asking, and one even threw in a year's rent up front. Parents, obviously. But outside of that season, it can sit empty for weeks. The professional class. More varied than you think. You'd think York's professional tenants are all NHS staff or junior lecturers. Sure, there are plenty, but we're seeing a shift. More remote workers moving up from London, digital freelancers, and even people working hybrid roles who need a base near the train station. I let a tidy 2-bed on Scarecroft Road to a fintech consultant from Bristol. He only came up 3 times a month, but wanted a home that felt proper. Translation? High-spec kitchen. A work nook with natural light, and get this, a wine fridge. That's York now. Professionals want polish. And location matters more than landlords realize. Be walking distance to the station or anywhere near Bishopthorpe Road or Fossgate adds at least £100 a month to your rent. Easy. And let's be real, parking is like gold dust in York, so if your flat's got a space, flaunt it. Clash of the Titans? Who wins? Here's where it gets juicy. Do you go for the guaranteed income of student groups or the potentially longer tenancies of professionals? Well, depends. Students usually sign 12-month contracts and pay termly. That's predictable cash flow. Plus, void periods are rare if you time your marketing right. But you'll get more wear and tear. I once had a house returned with fairy lights melted into the wall. Don't ask. Professionals, on the other hand, expect more. But they're often tidier, more stable, and stay longer if they like the place. We've had one couple renew for 5 years straight on a 2-bed near Fulford. Never missed a rent day. Kept the garden better than I would. Market trends in York right now. Rents are rising. Even post-2024 mini-dip, demand has bounced back. Student HMOs are seeing 8 to 10% annual growth on average, especially with the ongoing squeeze on purpose-built accommodation. Professional lets are edging up too, particularly 1 and 2 beds close to town. But there's a shift. Landlords are rethinking HMOs because of the change in licensing rules and EPC requirements. Some are converting to single lets and targeting young professionals. More hassle up front, but the returns can still be solid if done right. Oh, and let's not forget the Airbnb crowd. It's tempting, I know, but your council is tightening rules and neighbors, not always fans of suitcase dragging weekenders at 11 p.m. Final thought. Promise, if someone asked me today where the smart money is in York rentals, I'd say a modernized 2-bed just outside the walls, somewhere like Holgate or Layerthorpe. Decent yield, broad appeal, and you're not boxed into one tenant type. But hey, don't rule out those student HMOs either. If you can handle the maintenance and chaos and the occasional wall-mounted fairy light, the returns are still very tasty. What about you? Got a rental horror story or a tip that's worked like magic? Drop it in the comments. Let's swap war stories.